almost live from London. It's a special edition of The Last Resort. Music, variety, special guests and a spare chipolata. But now, please welcome your host, the fool with the Yule, time spirit, Jonathan Ross.
What's going on? We're having a party. Boys, look. Oh, some of us had our party last night, and I'm feeling just a little bit fragile. See what I mean? Just shutting up for a minute, please. Thank you. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really can't face meeting any guests tonight. Why don't we just call the show off?
Jonathan, there's an old show business saying.
Yeah, and you're the old showbiz person to tell me, aren't you, John? What is it?
The show must go on.
Very interesting. But what am I going to do? I'm in no mood to meet a guest, John. How are we going to do a show tonight?
No problem at all. Why don't you go and sit over in your normal seat, relax, take it easy, and let me do the interview.
Oh, John, no, I couldn't possibly allow that.
Well, there's no problem. I mean, I've chatted at one or two people in my time.
I'm sure you have. I tell you what, I've got a much better idea.
What's that?
Why don't we both just sit down here, and while I'm trying to get better, why don't we watch some special hand-picked highlights from the first two series of The Last Resort? Is Mick watching, do you think?
So,
let me give you a hand there.
I was just telling you the secret, actually.
Yeah?
The secret to,
You just,
to my long... now, stop
yeah,
that.
the secret to your long,
The secret to my long relationship with Mick is communication.
Communication, what?
Yes.
Men and women communicating?
Oh, you know, always knowing what's on their mind.
How do you know that?
Well, it's a well-known fact that every 90 seconds, sexual stimuli crosses men's brains.
I can understand why.
If you keep that in mind...
I will do. Can I keep one of these?
Any trouble.
Well, show me how you leg wrestle, then. Because I've never leg wrestled.
Lie down.
Yeah.
You lie down that way.
Yeah. It's a real nice Texas twang you got there.
Are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah, I'm very comfortable. You know, I've had this dream several times before. Okay. And, yeah. You want me to scoot down? Yeah. Okay. We'll get rid of that.
Okay. Now, you have to lift this leg.
I have to lift your leg?
Three.
You
No,
lift this
your
leg?
leg. And on the third time, we hook legs and pull.
All right.
So,
On the count of three?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
One.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
count. 1, 2, and 3.
Right, okay.
And the third time we
In that
pull.
order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
My wife thinks of Edna as her mother-in-law. It's a strange relationship. When you
Yeah, but
have a husband and a mother-in-law in one and the same person.
Not to mention one of the same bed. That must be interesting
Yes.
as well. So.
Edna is a very caring mother-in-law.
Yeah. What about your kids? How do they get on with Edna? And Celeste? I should imagine they like Celeste.
They do. They like those shoes. Les wears Bay City roller shoes. I like the way, you got Les McCune to apologise for his career. I thought that was very subtle. And then,
You'll be glad to know that we managed to repulse the invading Wogons, but unfortunately some of these ships got damaged in the fray, so I'm out here doing a few light repairs. It shouldn't take too long, but in the meantime, why don't I introduce you to this week's variety act? He's been whipping them into a frenzy for the last 30 years, and he's still going strong. Please welcome Mr. Rex Roper. Now, of course, Rex, I don't smoke.
You don't smoke?
If there's any kids watching, you shouldn't smoke either.
Well, I tell you what you do. I want you to hold it in your mouth there.
You want it in my mouth?
What you do. Hold it in your teeth.
Yeah, and I should
because
say...
otherwise I don't want to fall
If there's
out.
anyone incredibly stupid
Okay,
watching, please
just
don't
hold
try
it
this
out
at home,
now.
okay?
Hold it in your teeth.
No, you're not gonna... Okay.
You're not going to. Just hold it in your teeth. Hold it.
You know, I've got some kissing planned for this weekend.
Just hold it in your teeth.
Does anyone have a big cigar on them or something? Oh, I'm doing it, Rex. Don't get angry with me, whatever you do.
Just hold it now. Rip it in your teeth. No, it stays like that.
Oh, God, oh. I thought that was the whip coming up slowly then.
That's all I want you to do. Just hold it in your teeth.
Okay, there's plenty of room in these, isn't there?
Sit still.
Have you heard of him before?
You know, I was standing backstage and I said, this is so nice of Jonathan to have me on the show. I am going to go out there and I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to go, I'm going to do it, I'm going to be funny, I'm going to be as good as I've ever been. And then I said, no.
Okay, Steve. Let's talk about the film, because you've got a film coming out. It's not out over about 4 weeks now, I think.
Is it in 4 weeks?
It's 4 weeks. Some
Boy,
way.
what a countdown for the audience.
And it's called Roxanne.
Roxanne.
And it's an update of the Cyrano de Bergerac.
Well, actually, he got it from me.
When you're working on location, did you get people commenting on the nose, mate?
Whoa, I love...
Now, let me guess something. You've done talk shows before, haven't you?
I love...
You sure this is going to help me, John?
You feeling any better, Jonathan?
I don't know, not much, really.
Well, try and get down a little bit of
Do you
that.
think this will help me?
Well, yeah. And don't forget.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
Why don't I phone my good friend Steve Martin? I know he's in town at the moment.
Good idea.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind helping out an old buddy. Or even someone he doesn't like very much.
That's great. Yeah, put that record on. I'll be right there. That's okay. Hello.
Hello, is Steve there, please?
Who is this?
Hi, it's Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yeah, Jonathan Ross. You remember you did my show? Hello, Steve? Hello, Steve?
Hello?
Hello. Is that Steve?
Oh, no. Steve's not here, actually.
Oh, do you know what time he's expected back?
He won't be back. He's dead.
He's dead?
Yes.
That's terrible. How did he die?
How? He was crossing the street, and he wasn't looking where he was going, and he was hit by a dog.
A dog?
A very big dog.
Well, that's terrible. There was nothing in the English papers.
Oh, he'll hate that. Yeah, can you speak up? I can hardly hear you. The connection is really...
What did he say?
He says he's on his way. But it might take some time. He lives in Los Angeles, you know.
But that's hours away. We can't keep the guests waiting that long.
And we couldn't possibly show another load of clips, could we?
Well, I suppose one more little batch wouldn't do any harm.
Just one more? In that case, let's have some more clips from the last result. But we thought, now you're kind of a family man, Donny. Yeah. You settle down and the last resort marketing division have kind of put together a few ideas you might want to put your name to now. A bit more mature. The kind of products you might want to be able to say. Like, for example, this Donny Osmond Building Society book. And we have, you know, do you drive, Donny?
Yes, I do.
We have the Donny Osmond car washing kit here. Keep your car tidy with Pop's Mr. Clean. I think the adverts could say for that.
Oh, that's great.
That's good stuff. And let's have a look. What else
Can I
do we-
have this?
Well, how about this one, Donny, though? For those winter evenings by the fire, we have Donny's pipe and slipper set. But I think the best thing is the Donny Osmond neighbourhood watch sticker. There you go. Who would dare burgle your home knowing Donny was looking over you?
And they called it Puppy doing this. Oh, I guess I'll never know how a young heart really feels. Get a shot of this, get a shot. Why I love her so. And I got. I cry each night, my tears for you. My tears are all in vain. La 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 la. I hope and I pray that maybe someday you'll be back in my arms. Help me, please. Is the answer under? How can I tell them this is not a puppy love? Oh, dear Jonathan, someone help me. Someone help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me, please. Someone help me.
Now, I've got a question to ask you, and this isn't for me. But a lot of my female acquaintances have asked me to ask you this: what's it like to kiss Harrison Ford?
It's rough. It's hard on the teeth. He's pretty. He's rough. John Belushi was probably a better screen kiss than Harrison.
Does Harrison use his tongue, or is it just?
He doesn't use his tongue. He used someone else's. He's that famous.
Okay,
It's gone very well, hasn't it?
it's all gone very well.
It's gone very well indeed.
You know, Peter, people say that we look alike. Do you? Has anyone ever said that to you?
Well, as your father, I... Well, it was just... She was a very nice girl. And, I mean, we had a few drinks, we were dancing, and it wasn't my fault.
But we've got more than just being father and son in common,
Yes, we're
we?
both male.
We're both male. Who told you that? Because
the research did it all,
I'm trying to keep that quiet. But you had a chat show in the 60s, didn't you? A live chat show?
Yes, and you haven't had a chance of beating it.
Now, you've worked with these fish for some years, haven't you? Oh, he has.
Yes.
They're old friends and they like fish.
About 6 months we've had those.
Do the fish smoke?
Oh, they love it.
Okay. Right, now you want to drink these now, don't you? You sure?
Please.
Okay, here we go.
Cheers.
Live fish and... He doesn't want to go, does he? Now, where are they now? They're inside somewhere.
In there.
Can I feel them?
Oh, yeah. Good, isn't it?
I can feel them. Either that or you're pregnant, Steve. I don't know what the... Right, Lola, let's get them back out again. Let's see if they're still kicking. Bit of smoke coming out. I think one of the fishes lit them up.
Well, Jonathan, how is the hangover now?
I'm feeling a bit better, you know, and after that last clip, I'm even feeling a bit peckish.
Well, I reckon the turkey is just about ready for the oven.
How long do you reckon that'll take to cook, John?
No idea.
Let's have a feel. That's, it's about 20 pounds. That should take about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I think.
What an amazing coincidence. That's the same length of time as our commercial break.
Wonderful. Why don't we cook the turkey, you watch the commercials, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes with some more special guests, more daring variety, and some more, well, Yuletide fun. See you in a minute. 1... Welcome back. And now it's time to... Hold on a second. John, please. I know you're hungry. Can you just give it a rest for a minute? I'm still feeling a bit fragile. Dear, oh dear. Well, it's now time to meet my next guest. He's one of the people who has truly earned the title Movie Great. He's... Oh, no. John, what's happened now?
The power's packed up.
The power's gone. John, you forgot to feed the meter again, didn't you?
Hold on.
Boys, anyone got 50 pence?
I may have one here. Hold on.
No, shouldn't ask you lot, should I? Oh, we're going to have to sort this out. And, well, we'll have to show the viewers something while we do. Do we have any more clips? Well, thank God for that. Play them in quickly.
Jonathan, you didn't tell me.
Didn't tell you what?
Tom Jones is on.
No, he's on. That was a real sex kitten walk you gave us out there.
Well, excited for Tom Jones.
So, I take it you're a big Tom Jones fan, then?
Crackerjack.
They're all too old for Crackerjack, aren't they?
Between you and me, and don't tell anyone else, but I am moist at the thought of Tom Jones.
I can't imagine wanting to tell anyone else, to be quite well, boy, that's a nice wet start to the show.
Yeah. Hope we don't stick to the scene.
I'm sure not as much as the next guest hopes you don't stick to the scene.
I just take the chair with me and wear it as a bracelet or an earring.
Tom Jones.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. See you having fun with anyone. It's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you sit there, I wanna be loved by anyone. It's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what you say.
I can't translate that.
No, I don't think we'd want you to.
No. Oh, he seems to like it. A little pepper.
Oh.
Vous avez besoin d'eau toujours. Oui, il faut. He needs a lot of water to rinse it down. I'm not surprised either.
Lots of people at home are getting really pecky right now.
But you know what? He had razors too, so wouldn't they rust on the way down? We won't ask him that.
I mean, ask Mr. Mange too. What?
Vous voulez commencer avec la tasse?
You eat the cup
Voilà.
now. What happens when he goes to the toilet?
Wait a minute. We're going to start on this rather pretty. Vous voulez commencer avec ça? Yes, she thinks it's very beautiful. The cup is very beautiful. Oh, it has a different sound. Why don't we try him on a plate?
Okay, we'll ask you about the toilet thing first, though. Does it? I mean, because I know he has eaten. He did eat. What was the biggest thing he ate?
Qu'est-ce que vous avez mangé? La chose la plus grande que vous avez mangée?
Un avion.
An aeroplane.
You went there, now this was a light airplane,
How long?
wasn't it?
En 2 ans. It took him 2 years to eat it.
2 years.
Now,
So what happens? And let's get back to this. What happens when he goes to the toilet?
Alors, combien de temps, depuis que vous mangez, quand vous avez commencé à manger, et enfin la termination de votre repas, ça
No,
dure
hold it. It
combien
wasn't
de
as long
temps?
as that when I asked you. You like potato?
And I like potato.
Yes, you do. I think you should probably like tomatoes.
I like tomato.
Potato.
Potato.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Let's go the whole thing off. Let's watch it. Brigitte, you fancy a sausage? Do you mind if I call you Bobby? Is that okay?
No, call me Mr. De Niro, thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. De Niro, were you genuinely angry when you acted?
No, I never get angry. Excuse me. Are you looking at my wife? Excuse me.
Hey, Bobby.
Excuse me, you. Are you looking at my wife? Are you looking at my wife? You are you? Hey, fuck! Hey, why?
Robert.
Why? What's the matter with
Robert,
you?
come back here.
Hey, why?
Robert, here, have
you
another.
look at my wife.
Robert, come on, calm down.
You're my brother. I love you. I love
I don't know how to quite put this, but there's been another disaster.
Oh,
we can't get a music guest.
Don't worry, I'm sorting that out right now. I'm just talking to a dear friend of mine who's going to come right over. I hope.
Hello.
Hi, is that Sting?
Uh-huh, it's me.
Hi, Sting, it's Jonathan here.
Jonathan who?
It's Jonathan Ross.
Oh, you wanted Sting, the rock singer, right? Well, this is another Sting. Sting the plumber. Sorry, wrong number, eh? Never mind. Bye.
You don't have to tell me, Jonathan. We can't get any music, can we?
No, I was just talking to my plumber. That's all right, John.
At least one thing, we've got the power pack.
Yes, that's...
You know, I thought for a moment that this whole business was a ruse to play some old clips.
What a silly idea. No, don't you want? Listen, you go back over there to your little corner. I'll introduce our first guest this evening. He's a man who is a true giant of the cinema in every sense of the word. His credits of films read like a history of post-war cinema. He's been in films like On the Waterfront, Last Tango in Paris, and more recently, Apocalypse Now. Please join me in saying hello to Mr. Marlon Brando. Oh dear. John, can you get a dustpan and brush? And maybe a mop as well, please. Marlon's had an accident. We haven't got any more clips we could play in, have we? Just while we clear Mr. Brando up. Just a few. Marlon?
Well, do you really mean that you want advice from an old pro like me?
I would love some. That's why we've...
And advice as well?
And advice.
Would you like advice from an old pro who's been in the business for over 40 years?
I don't know. I'm having second thoughts, actually.
And an old pro who's absolutely besotted with the whole idea of helping you. An old pro who's not ashamed to admit that he dyes his hair.
That's it. That's exactly what I need.
Where can we get Bob Monkhouse at this time of night?
Liz, if we can't find Bob, mate, could you find it in your heart to give me some fatherly advice?
Come in.
I said fatherly.
I'm doing my best. Now, please, listen. Will you trust me?
Yes. I don't think I have a lot of choice left now. Yes, I will.
Will you accept everything I say without demur?
Everything.
Good. Well, I think we'll take a short commercial break there, and we'll see you in a few moments.
And now, Manchester's greatest, biggest, fattest star presents a tribute to the Smiths
I would go out tonight,
by Bernard Manning.
but I haven't got a stitch to wear.
You bristled at Meat is Murder. You sulked at The Queen is Dead. You weren't too happy about Girlfriend in a Coma.
This charming man.
Now Big Bernie's brought them together in one pool of misery.
I was happy in a haze of a drunken hour.
Yes, they're all here. Panic, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, and many, many more.
I was looking
All brought
for a
together
job,
by this charming
and I found
man,
a job,
Bernard Manning.
and heaven knows I'm miserable now. Do you really think she'll pull through? Do you really think she'll pull through? Girlfriend in a coma, I know it's serious. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye.
Yes, a tribute to the Smiths from Bernard Manning. Out now on album, cassette, and compact disc.
Such a release. Being on television late night.
Live TV, relaxing.
These are great shoes, aren't they?
Are they your own?
No, I used to have some platforms like this. They're probably being used as oil rigs now on the North Sea. But I like yours. Yours are very snazzy.
Mine are a bit smarter, John.
I must say, these sideburns look fantastic. Are you on the phone or are they real? They really are.
These are my own.
I think you've done a very good job.
I grew these in a week.
They look good.
It's amazing what
you just look good.
I look super bad, I think.
You look super, super crap is the word you're looking for.
Well,
I mean, people actually did used to walk around like this. I just
all the time.
It's frightening.
It's just happening here, and they were there.
It's frightening.
You know what I really like about you, Eric, is the fact that you know you've been through this and you're very successful, but you don't have the kind of bitchiness that showbiz people generally seem to have.
Well, I used to be bitchy. I used to be bad. I'd make other people feel itchy and sad. I go out of my way to put people down. I was the sneer on the face of the clown. Though I was well read, I'd make them feel all blue. But all this has changed since I've been here with you. For today, I want to love everybody today. I want to hug everybody today. I'm going to shove anybody who stands in my way. Take my hand, and I'll give you my heart. Strike up the big band, and right from the start. Today, I simply don't give a toss today. I've met Jonathan Ross today. I now know who's the boss, and I've made my choice. Oh, take my heart, and I'll give you my hand. Let's buy a big Rolls Royce and drive it into the Strand.
Ready? Ah. Behave. Boys, how do you get 4 elephants in a Mini?
Don't know. How do you get 4 elephants in a Mini?
You can't. There isn't enough room. Yes, John?
I've been thinking.
Oh, dear.
You can't have a hangover because you weren't at the party last night. You were here with me rehearsing this. And another thing, television studios like this use thousands of pounds worth of juice every minute. They don't have slot meters.
John, now calm down.
And the business about the guests not turning up. It's never happened before.
So what are you saying, John? Are you calling me a liar? Are you saying I'm making all this up?
Well, Jonathan, to be quite frank with you, I think someone's played a really rotten trick on you.
You don't say. Well, I want to get to the bottom of this, and while I do, we should have some more clips to give us time to sort it out. Play some in.
See this in there? Don't move. You'll be all right.
Right. The hands down here, maybe?
Hands down there, yeah. You all right?
Hold on one sec. Let me just check something. You've done this lots of times, haven't you?
Once or twice, yeah.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Listen, if I'm going to die tonight, then I'm going to milk this for all it's worth, okay? You blame me? You're sure this is going to be okay?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
I can't believe I'm believing a man who dresses as an Indian. Wears tin foils over his nipples, and he...
I've got big nipples, haven't I?
Just one thing, just one thing. Just please don't hurt me, okay? Anything you want.
Legs wide apart.
Saucy boy. It was when you were modelling, you met David Bailey, of course, who you married, and how long did you live with him for?
We were married for, I think it was about 10 years.
Now, David Bailey, he's a man I admire a lot. I mean, he's been married or had relationships with some of the most beautiful women in the world. What's his secret? Is he great in bed or something? What's David like in bed?
Jonathan, you go on about this all the time. I told you last night, you were the greatest.
Well... But you still won't tattoo my name on your arm, will you? See, and if you really love me, you would. Now, Fox on the Box, I mentioned a little while ago, which is the fashion show you do now with Muriel Gray.
Who?
No, I'm a big Muriel Gray fan. Do you enjoy doing that now? Is it something you really...
Well, it's hell working with Marie, obviously. I mean, really.
I know it's Marie. I must say, I do a good Marie impersonation.
Do you?
She goes like this, she goes, now we're going to look at something new in the film. But she does it well. I love the way she does it.
Yes, say hello to her, by the way. I've got
Marie.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's she's always asking me for beauty tips and, you know.
And me as well.
Yeah.
So what does the future hold for you? Do you have children? Do you like the idea of childbirth? Does that appeal to you enormously?
Jonathan, you want to give me a baby, just come straight out and say it.
Someone tell me, how can you eat a Swiss roll without looking dirty?
No.
I don't know.
I see childbirth, it always reminds me of Alien, do you know what I mean? It's kind of this, so...
But speaking of being naughty, I read an old newspaper cutting new. It was the news of the world.
You should have black socks on with that, not
You
white
should.
ones.
Black silk socks.
Fancy laugh. Well, you were supposed to be my friends.
Friends?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so sexy. Friends. Lovely, isn't it?
It's going to be like that, is it, girls? Okay.
Darling, I love you.
And this is a chicken bone?
That's a chicken bone right there, and this is a rattlesnake. But now you have to wait for a minute before it gets to the good part, because of the good part, well, you saw it was dragging there, but the next good part's when it gets to right about there. I suppose that's about 11 o'clock
wait for
or
a second,
so.
because this is coming now.
Yeah, but so I have a bunch of these music boxes, and I have 10 books there. It's starting to change now.
That's
that's the good part.
That's the best part. Crispin, what do you do? Do you sell many of these, Crispin?
No, these aren't for sale. The only things that are for sale is a rat catching. There's copies of rat catching for sale at Los Angeles.
This is a book. It's an old book that you tamper with, don't you?
Yeah, I've reworked it and remade it, and here's a little bit. It says, "This is a tiring, long story to write, and I've not quite done it yet, for I must finish with the Sandpit Man. He'd gone mad with fear and was so bad, especially at night, that if he'd not got a bulldog sleeping with him as a sort of friend, he would go into a fit with fear and was often unconscious for hours. And it was an ugly story, and I'm glad to say that with the death of the Sandpit Man, the miserable part of the children's life ended. The Sandpit Man violated the lamb, yes.
Yeah, and
then only last Sunday, I had a lamb skin removed. It was the one that gave the Sandpit Man the terrible disease.
There it is, the disease it gave him.
And then sometimes I feel as though I may fade away. Then I remember my work. Chicky!
Yeah. Crispin, you ever tried decaffeinated coffee or anything like that? Of course, Crispin Glover. Now, if anyone's going to be on their own on Christmas Day, it's Crispin Glover. Why don't I give him a call?
Call him up and try and get him to come
Yeah, I will. And while I search through my file of facts for Crispin's number, I think we've got time for some music.
She was just 17, you know what I mean, and the way she looked, way beyond belief. How could I dance with another? Oh, her hand. Well, she looked at me.
Hi, Crispin. It's Jonathan Ross. Do you fancy coming back on the show?
No. No.
Well, Crispin said he'll gladly join us. He's just setting out now, but I think it's going to be too late because we're right out of time. But still, it's been a great show, a great series, and a great year, hasn't it, John?
Yes, Jonathan, yes.
You okay? You okay now, John?
Well, I'm not really quite sure, you know.
Well, what's bothering you?
Well, what about the hangover?
John, I never had a hangover.
But I thought you said at the beginning of the show that
John, look, don't worry about it, OK? Listen, thanks for watching, and we'll be back in the spring with a new series, some new guests, and maybe even some new jokes. Who knows? Happy Christmas. Good night, boys.